From the L28 studio here in Lancaster, California, I'm Jacobo Garrido.
And I'm Joseph Leo.
On this episode of L28 News, the community celebrates renovations and upgrades to the beloved Mariposa Park during its ribbon-cutting ceremony. Edwards Air Force Base marks another historic first as it welcomes the groundbreaking of new privately developed housing. The latest updates on the 14 freeway ramp closures throughout the valley that will impact drivers, and the premiere of Easter Bunny, a provocative short film that was produced locally by local filmmakers.
Afterwards, coverage of National Senior Citizens Day, which celebrated local movers and shakers with a morning of walking and free resources. We take viewers on a ride along with Anthony Cheval, who provides insights into the life of a local news stringer. L28 visits Bravery Brewing to learn more about their recent win at the World Beer Competition, and a closer look at Track Cellars, which brings their unique brews and varietals to guests and residents of Lancaster.
On a beautiful sunny Wednesday morning, the community gathered to celebrate the grand reopening of Mariposa Park following a series of transformative upgrades and renovations. Residents, city officials, and staff were joined by students from Mariposa Elementary School, whose excitement was palpable throughout the event. The ceremony kicked off with city leaders sharing personal stories about their own childhood visits to the park, highlighting its historical significance and the lasting impact it's had on the community. Each speaker expressed their pride in the renovations, which included modern play equipment, improved landscaping, and new amenities designed to enhance the experience for families and visitors of all ages. The students of Mariposa Elementary, who were especially thrilled, had a front row seat to the event and eagerly awaited the moment they could try out the new features. As the ceremony drew to a close, students joined city leadership at the ribbon, collectively cutting it to officially reopen the park. Cheers erupted as the ribbon fell, symbolizing a new beginning for this beloved community space. The children wasted no time in rushing to the playground, testing out the swings, slides, and climbing structures. Two key figures of the event, Director of City's Parks Department Sonia Patterson and Councilmember Lauren Hughes Leslie, shared their thoughts with L28 viewers about the reimagined park. The two elaborated on their excitement for the future of the park, its new amenities, and how it feels to have their vision come to life. Let's head to Mariposa Park for more.
I am very excited. I can't wait. I was checking out that, I don't know what we're calling it, the swing zip line. Yes, I can't wait for the kiddos and maybe myself to zip line down that. I hope that they just enjoy everything about it. The fact that it's representative of a butterfly is just so meaningful. I remember as a little kid, we did the butterfly experiment in school. I hope they just appreciate the circle of life, the beauty all around us, and just take it all in. I would like to give a big shout out to our two helpers who helped us cut that ribbon today, as well as all the families and our kiddos in the neighborhood. I can't wait to see you come out here and make memories with your loved ones.
It's amazing, it's beautiful, it's a butterfly theme, and it brings in all the concept of nature and teaches the kids about the life cycle of a butterfly and just all about nature, so they can learn and enjoy and play. It's amazing. This park holds a special place in my heart. I actually worked here many years ago as a part-time recreation leader. So to see its development, all the kids here today from Mariposa Magnet School, it's just amazing to see the community is appreciative of the improvements and they're embracing it and owning this park and they are benefiting from it. Shout out to the parks team, capital improvements team for all their work on renovating this project and again bringing it to fruition, making it a place where communities and families can thrive.
A few other special guests also spoke with L28 News towards the end of the morning's excitement. They discussed the importance of having communal spaces, what they're most excited for, and more. Let's head back and hear what families and students of Mariposa Elementary had to say.
I think for them, they can enjoy something that is cleaner for the environment, something they can enjoy. This is awesome for them.
The swings, I like the swings and I liked how the zip line used to be, but I'm happy that all this has changed and everything. I like it. I just want to see what else y'all have in store, so I'm proud.
You guys worked really hard through countless weather's time. I'm really glad that City of Lancaster took out the time and said, hey, we need to redo this. And I'm glad that they did. This is awesome. You guys have been a tremendous blessing to the kids and the community here. Thank you.
I'm really proud that this whole community is somewhere where all the kids can enjoy, all the kids can be at. This whole community is really like a family, so we're really proud of how it turns out.
So you guys are Mariposa students. What are you most excited for about this new park?
The zip line, the swings. We're gonna play tag, spend birthdays, do picnics, grill, and a lot more because this park is really big and new, and I'm hoping to do a lot of activities in the park.
More like what she said, and now like you could bring dogs.
My shout out is to my family and my soccer team is Lizzie. Say hi.
Hi.
And Lizzie, are you excited for the swings?
Yeah.
Yeah?
My family and friends, and yeah, that's it.
The event marked a special day for Mariposa Park, not only for its rejuvenated look, but for the promise of many more years of laughter, play, and memories for the community. To stay up to date with groundbreakings and ribbon cuttings happening throughout the city, be sure to stay tuned to L28 News.
You know what, Akoba, what a heartwarming event. I was there and I was definitely taken back by all the kids' spirits, and they were just so happy to see the new renovations. And matter of fact, we were there at the beginning. I remember your news package.
Over a year ago
Over a year
now.
ago, yeah.
It's really crazy because I think the new additions, the renovations, it's night and day, right? The park looks completely different, completely new in a good way. And not only that, there's an actual zip line on the park. There's new slides, there's new swings. It's a whole new facelift.
It's absolutely amazing. I mean, on the zip line, we saw the Chief of Police, Rod Armelin, go on there. I actually went on it myself, and it was quite fun and exhilarating. And with the butterfly theme, so beautiful, and the poppies, I mean, like you said, night and day.
Night and day.
Edwards Air Force Base celebrated another major milestone today with a groundbreaking ceremony for a new on-site apartment complex, marking the first time that privately developed housing will be made available on any United States Air Force base. The event was filled with excitement and hope as it signaled a more convenient and comfortable future for the base's airmen. Let's take a moment to hear from key Air Force and government leaders who share their thoughts about the significance of the groundbreaking and provide an overview of the forthcoming housing complex right here on L28 News.
Well, thank you for the opportunity to speak on it. Not only is this significant for Air Force, but this is significant for all the Air Force because this is the first of its kind. Edwards Air Force Base will have the first commercial apartment complex in the Air Force. So we have both 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartments, and we have 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartments. So right now we're still in the design phase. I can't give an exact date, but we're expecting the actual construction to start sometime late winter, early spring. We're targeting a delivery of summer of 26. We have a lot of single airmen and company grade officers, and that's specifically what this is targeting. I just wanted to say once again, thank you for taking the opportunity, and we're very proud and excited. We've had a wonderful relationship with May Road. We know that that's going to continue. We expect that all the service they've provided our airmen and their families for our privatized housing will translate to the commercial apartment venture.
This is a big deal. Quality of life is our number one priority here in the 412th Test Wing at Edwards Air Force Base. We have to take care of the people so that they can take care of the mission. You know, it's a long way to get to Edwards, and so having the additional apartments, additional housing here on Edwards lets our folks focus on the mission so that they don't have to worry about taking care of their families and driving a long way. Then the actual grounds will be swimming pools and some sports facilities. We have a lot of recreational, morale, welfare, and opportunities all across base that they'll be able to partake in. It's all about taking care of the people so that they can take care of the mission.
We have an obligation. It's our sacred obligation to make sure that we care for them and their families. The big shout outs are to the men and women of the 412 Test Wing who came together, conceived of this project, and pushed it to the end. It takes a village to accomplish these things. It takes industry, it takes government partnering together to solve the problems and challenges that our nation face. This is really about neighbors and caring for our neighbors. I knew that it's my responsibility to go back to Washington and put together a program that delivers for them. And that's why I'm here today.
With shovels in hand, government officials, service members, and civilian employees donned hard hats and stood proudly beside the heavy equipment, ready to celebrate the start of construction. These apartments will allow servicemen and women to live where they work, reducing commutes and enhancing work-life balance. At the podium, Air Force leaders expressed their enthusiasm for the project, emphasizing the impact it will have on Edwards' community. The new housing initiative has been long awaited and represents a significant step in modernizing life at Edwards, which is known for its role in advanced aerospace technology. The new commercial apartments are expected to improve retention and job satisfaction, enabling those stationed at the base to focus on their mission with greater ease. As construction begins, the excitement from the groundbreaking will carry on, with many eagerly awaiting the completion of the project and new beginnings it promises for future residents. For more information about updates and new developments on base, visit the Edwards Air Force Base website by scanning the QR code shown on screen.
You know what, Joe? Congratulations to Edwards Air Force Base for getting the first commercially developed housing project on the base.
Absolutely. I mean, it's really great. I mean, no longer they have to commute from Lancaster, Palmdale, wherever.
Hey, I know that, you know.
Right?
Not having that commute, you know, the work-life balance, it's going to be so much better for them. This one, I think, will actually kind of be a game changer. It's the first in the nation, so I'm sure a lot of other bases will follow suit.
Absolutely, and what's the biggest key point here, again, is reducing that commute. You don't have to travel out. If anybody has...
The work-life balance, you
absolutely
know.
has been on that commute going from Lancaster, it's a 20-minute drive. You got to check in on the base. You don't have to do that anymore. They're on base now.
And shout outs to May Road, the developer of this new housing complex.
Don't go anywhere. When we return from the break, we'll be covering the upcoming 14 freeway ramp closures that will have an impact on your daily commute, followed by the premiere of Easter Bunny, a thought-provoking crime short film that was filmed locally by local filmmakers.
Welcome back to L28 News. Next up, we focus on the closure of various 14 freeway exits throughout the Antelope Valley and how it might affect your drive times. Afterwards, a highlight of a local film as we visit the premiere of Easter Bunny and speak with key production members during its debut at the Regency Theater's Boulevard Cinemas. Lancaster residents should prepare for significant traffic changes as extended ramp closures on the 14 freeway begin Monday, August 19th as part of the Avenue J Interchange Improvements Project. These closures affecting the northbound 20th Street West off-ramp and the southbound Avenue J off-ramp will last 24 hours a day through December 31st. The City of Lancaster, in coordination with the California Department of Transportation, announced these measures to facilitate vital infrastructure upgrades aimed at transforming the daily commuter experience. The closures are necessary for ramp widening, pavement improvements, and traffic signal enhancements, all designed to significantly improve traffic flow and reduce congestion around Avenue J and the Lancaster Health District. This ongoing construction from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday is expected to enhance mobility in one of the city's busiest corridors, making daily commutes smoother and more efficient. Local motorists are encouraged to plan, use alternative routes, and anticipate delays during this period. Real-time traffic updates are available through quickmapsca.gov to assist with navigation, helping residents manage their commutes more effectively during the construction phase. While the temporary closures may cause inconvenience, the long-term benefits will be substantial. By investing in these critical infrastructure upgrades, Lancaster is laying the groundwork for a more efficient and sustainable transportation network that will support the city's future growth and development. The Avenue J Interchange Improvements Project, which began in October and is scheduled for completion next spring, is part of Lancaster's broader vision to improve the quality of life for its residents. With a budget of $35 million, the project, overseen by Granite Construction Company, will not only address current traffic concerns, but also enhance accessibility and safety for all commuters. Once finished, these upgrades are expected to reduce travel times, decrease traffic congestion, and provide a more seamless driving experience for everyone using the 14 freeway.
The highly anticipated premiere of the short film Easter Bunny took place at the Regency Theater Cinemas on Lancaster Boulevard on Thursday, August 29th, drawing an excited local crowd eager to witness the powerful narrative brought to life by Antelope Valley filmmakers. Directed by Brian L. Tucker and written by R.D. Smith, Easter Bunny explores a gripping storyline in which a defense attorney represents a Mexican gangster accused of assaulting an elderly white man. The film challenges both the lawyer and the audience to grapple with ingrained biases and the impact of a racially prejudiced judicial system. The film, which has already garnered attention on the festival circuit, earning the award for Best Actor, Best Editing, and Best Screenwriting at the Eastern Europe Film Festival. Additionally, the short film received the Best First-Time Screenplay Award at the Rome Indie Film Fest and Best Trailer Short Film at the Sweden Film Awards, adding to the film's growing list of accolades. The red carpet at Cider Theater was a lively addition as cast, crew, friends, and family gathered for photo opportunities before the premiere. Cast members dressed in sharp suits and elegant dresses posed alongside each other, beaming with pride for their collaborative work. The red carpet event added a glamorous Hollywood-like touch to the local premiere, celebrating the hard work and artistry of those who brought the Easter Bunny to life. At the premiere, we caught up with several key members of the production team: director Brian L. Tucker, director of photography Nicholas Triguero, producer and first assistant director Robert Dion, and writer R.D. Smith all shared insights into their creative journey. The interviews focused on the significance of bringing this deeply local story to life, the challenges and triumphs of translating its powerful themes to the screen, and the personal connections the filmmakers feel to the Antelope Valley community. Let's hear what they had to say.
So we worked really hard on this. It came together with, it was a great written project from Ron himself, and we came together on a collaborated effort with our team. We had a lot of great actors we were fortunate to have, and cast and crew that really
a lot of great actors. A lot of great actors. I used to be a deputy in the courthouse, and it's based on some true crime stories with some real characters that were actually here in the Antelope Valley.
Well, see, the funny thing, because I know when everybody sees this name of the film, because when I first got it, I was literally like, okay, Easter Bunny. But when I actually read it, I was just like, oh, this is interesting. This is different. True story of actually literally about actually stuff that happened, and the actual the law, actually the court system. Wow, this is actually really brilliant, and it was actually going for people of color too. So not only that, that was the other thing that pushed me to actually literally want to bring this to life. It was really a go for me. So, and I linked up with Robert, and I said, hey, you need to actually really read this. A day and a half later, he said, yo, I'm in.
The reason why I was in because I myself, I'm from a rural town, originally from Tennessee. I was in the area where I seen lawlessness happen. And people, things happen to people that shouldn't be happening. And then also see people who are there to protect those that were, that thing was happening to them, right? So when I read the script, I could relate to it. I have family members I know that's been through that. I had to be a part of it. So again, that's why I came on board.
It brought us all together. Black, white, yes, Asian, Hispanic, all together.
In fact, internationally, we've won 20 awards. So it's playing in Germany, 2 places in Sweden, Romania, Hungary, France, Los Angeles. Is playing all over the world. So we've won Best Screenplay, Best Editing, Best Trailer. So it's coming along pretty good.
Even Best Mention for a director too, and Best Screenwriter.
But,
yeah,
and
Best Screenwriter. So he did actually win that in the Indie Fest. So he didn't mention that.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Big shout to 5150 Productions, Big Sarge Entertainment, and B Legacy Films, and also the Academy Art and Style. Thank you all for your support and helping us, and the Boulevard too, and also Frank Blasco and Mayor Rex Paris. Thank you for our executive producers for helping, making all this being possible, and all the cast and crew. And thank everyone for coming out. Thank you guys too for this interview. I appreciate it.
On the day, we can have all of our ideas and everything that we need, but on the day is whenever you start seeing things shine. You're looking in. I didn't have a location scout, so I didn't know what I was getting into. Luckily, I had a good grip in lighting department, and so they did what they needed to make things flow and make it look drab, but add a little touch of, a feel, stuff like that. Being able to work with everybody is great. Being able, again, with local and Lancaster has been great to bring some sort of light onto this place. And if I can get more and more to come out, anybody wants to come out and shoot, let's shoot. I'm all for it.
With its compelling story and a passionate team of local filmmakers behind it, Easter Bunny is set to continue making an impact both within and beyond the Antelope Valley. To view the official trailer of the film on YouTube, scan the QR code shown on screen.
You know what, Joe? It's really cool to see a lot of local filmmakers, taking their shot and making a film that was actually produced here in the Antelope Valley. Not only that, the premiere was on the Boulevard at the Regency Theater, and it's gaining international attraction.
Absolutely. It really, reminds me of my times being on set, trying to see the project, take to fruition, and then finally, you go to the red carpet and see it on screen.
You're like, whoa, we did this,
And what's a really big kicker too is like when you see the credits roll, you can see your name and title. So.
Yeah, that's super cool. So shout out to everyone at 5150 Productions. Everybody here at L28 congratulates you.
When we return from the break, a special feature as L28 highlights Anthony Cheval, a local news stringer who shares a day in the life as he chases down the next emergency call. Afterwards, L28 News will be covering the National Senior Citizens Day, hosted at the Prime Desert Woodland Preserve that brought vital resources to the senior community.
Thank you for tuning in to L28 News. Next, we cover a day in the life of a local news stringer, Anthony Cheval, as our team joins him in documenting emergency situations to inform the public. Afterwards, Lancaster celebrates National Senior Citizens Day with a community event that combined physical activity, social interaction, and valuable resources. The 2014 film Nightcrawler presents a chilling portrayal of an unhinged news stringer who prowls the streets of Los Angeles in search of violent and morbid events during the late hours of the night. Driven by ambition and a relentless desire for success, he captures exclusive footage to sell to a local television news station. While the film offers a gripping narrative, it also raises important questions about the ethics in journalism and the sensationalism of crime reporting. In a special coverage feature, L28 News invites you to step beyond the realm of fiction and into the driver's seat as we explore the city's streets. Join us on a ride with local news stringer Anthony Cheval, whose genuine dedication to making a difference stands in stark contrast to the character portrayed in Nightcrawler. From the streets of Lancaster, here is Joseph Leo with more.
In Nightcrawler, Louis Bloom, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, exploits crime scenes for ratings, embodying ruthless ambition. In contrast, Anthony Cheval, a dedicated local news stringer with 20 years of experience, prioritizes community and family, reflecting genuine care over sensationalism in his reporting. I, Joe Leo, accompanied by my fellow colleague Angel Stephenson, were along for the ride, ready to learn what a news stringer is all about and to experience what he goes through.
People call you a hero or say, all these things, and I'm not in it for that. I'm just in it because somebody needed my help, and if I can help them, I will. So it's not always about the camera first, for me anyway. It's about being able to help somebody, and if I can do that, that's what I do.
Before we go to the streets, a quick gear check is in order.
All I have to do is plug this cable in, and I can actually send a live signal back to the larger news outlets from this camera.
Oh, wow.
So I doubler on it, so I could drop the doubler to give my lens double the distance of whatever I'm trying to shoot. So if it's not close enough, if my zoom isn't working great enough, I can drop the doubler and get closer even to a lot of stuff, which is good because I don't want to get in law enforcement's way. I don't want to get in fire's way.
So what we're going to try to get into right now?
So we're going to drive around and you kind of see what I do on a day-to-day basis and listen to the scanner. And if we get any interesting calls, we'll go respond to them. And you'll basically see, I guess a day in the life of a stringer. While I love being a stringer and being out and capturing footage and things like that, often enough people are in distress and they need your help. And because I'm CPR first aid certified, me springing into action is not always just grabbing the camera first. Often enough, it's me trying to check on the person to see if I can help them if they're in some type of crisis that I can help with. So that's why I carry the Narcan, which is for opioid overdoses, and it's a 2-pack. So I am trained on how to use it through American Red Cross. As an instructor.
Cheval has scanners that are tuned into the sheriff and fire departments in California Highway Patrol.
This is Dispatch 15, which is for Palmdale Lancaster Sheriff's Department or LA County Sheriffs, but Palmdale Lancaster stations. Okay. The one in the center is CHP, and then the one down below is fire. LA County Sheriff's Department, Palmdale Lancaster stations are the busiest, what they call RDs, reporting districts, in all of LA County. 918. 245 is code for assault with a deadly weapon, and 918 is the code for insane person. So, and then they said 417, which is for a knife or a gun. 417 Adam is a knife, and 417 is a gun. So they said the person was chasing their sibling with a 417A, which is a knife.
On the 245, PP is not wearing a shirt, has unknown object in hand. And Palmdale 264, you have the handle any unit to assist 415 business at 38019 at 47th Street East at the target. Known 488 suspect is inside the location. It's a male black 18 to 20, black shirt, gray sweat. Inside the pharmacy, tag is 227.
We arrived to the scene before the sheriff's department as Anthony made sure we are out of harm's way.
Well, either way it goes, it's going to be considered a dangerous weapon. Okay, they're going 97 now, so the cops are pulling up right now. Yep. All right, and I am going to capture this from the corner. Out of the LA County Sheriff's Department manual that says that we can be exactly wherever we want to be as long as we're safe. They are. They'll call the mental health evaluation team to come and talk to the kid to get him to comply with whatever, see what kind of issues he's got. So it looks like he's complying. They might be taking him into custody right now. And they did. They got him in custody, thankfully, not without being harmed. So that's kind of a good example of how it ended peacefully. He didn't get hurt. They didn't do anything to him, stuff like that. I mean, if he would have kept that weapon in his hand, he could have absolutely got, they could have used lethal force. I don't want to say what could have happened, but they could have absolutely used lethal force. So the fact that it was a peaceful resolution, they didn't have to use force or anything like that is good because they can do a mental health evaluation to see, what's going on with him. So that as opposed to going to jail or getting hurt because he had a weapon in his hand is a peaceful resolution that you look for.
L28 asked Anthony what advice you would say to one who was interested in becoming a news stringer.
Because this is not a guaranteed paycheck, it is a very good possibility of a paycheck, and it can be really great when it is one. So just do it for the right reasons. Don't do it because it looks all fun and all that. And it's not always fun and games. You're faced with some very serious situations. I carry a trauma bag, a bulletproof vest, fire retardant jacket, chest seals, an AED, and a fire extinguisher, and none of that has to do with reporting the news. I carry that stuff because I might need it, So some people think you're crazy when you're willing to put yourself in harm's way to report a news story. But, as a journalist, you have a certain responsibility to share these stories with people so they can know exactly what's going on in the world. And some people look at that as being crazy, and other people look at it as, good job. And they're glad that you're doing stuff like that so that you can, share with them what it is you do see on a day-to-day basis. So there's my reasoning.
Jacobo, what a perspective, riding along with local news stringer Anthony Cheval, who I might mention is a great guy, CPR certified. He rolls around, as you've seen in the video, with Narcan and a defibrillator, and he has a bulletproof vest. But he's really there. I mean, sure, he's going to capture those storylines, but he's also, if there's somebody who's suffering at the scene or needs to take care, he'll jump into action. So Anthony's a great guy, and he's doing it for the right reasons.
I mean, obviously he's a news stringer, but kind of like what you mentioned, he also acts as a first responder himself. He has the Narcan, the bulletproof vest, and a lot of the times he's the first one on the scene because he's getting there before the paramedics, before fire, before the police. So it's a really cool insight into his world of what he does day in and day out.
Absolutely, and you saw how he has in the trunk his Ursa Mini 9 just right there.
Yeah, he could just plug in his camera, and then as soon as he needs it, he could just hop out, take it. And then I also saw in his car he has tons of scanner radios. So he can literally hear everything going on in the city just from his car. His car is kind of like his office.
Shout outs to Anthony Cheval for quote unquote letting us into his office. We appreciate everything that you do from L28. On Wednesday, August 21st, the Prime Desert Woodland Preserve in Lancaster hosted a heartwarming National Senior Citizens Day event, bringing together the community to honor and support its senior residents, organized by the City of Lancaster Community Services Department. The event was a perfect blend of physical activity, social interaction, and education. Attendees were invited to stroll along the preserve's beautiful paths, promoting an active lifestyle while enjoying the area's natural beauty. The event also provided free drinks and snacks, making it a truly enjoyable experience for all who attended. In addition to the walk, the event featured a variety of vendors and city partners offering valuable resources tailored to the needs of senior citizens. Organizations like Antelope Valley Medical Center, the California Highway Patrol, and Sam's Club were present, providing information on health services, safety programs, and exclusive promotions for seniors. During the event, L28 News got to speak with the Community Services Supervisor, George Monroy, as he emphasized the importance of such events, noting the city's dedication to creating more programs, specifically for seniors. He highlighted how these events meet a growing community need and offer seniors opportunities to socialize, learn, and stay active. Let's head to the Prime Desert Woodland Preserve for more.
So today we are celebrating National Senior Citizens Day here in the pavilion at the Prime Desert Woodland Preserve. And so we have some ice cream, some fresh refreshments for our seniors, and then some vendors and city partners with plenty of resources for our seniors. I think it's very important. I think that you find a lot of programming for adults and for children, but something specific for seniors is something that the city's trying to work on a little bit more. So as you can see, there's been a turnout because there's a need out here in the community for it. So it's very important. We're here at the Prime Desert Woodland Preserve every Wednesday, starting September 12th. That's a Wednesday. We'll be going back to our normal hours at 9. So we're here every Wednesday. If you're not sure due to weather, call City Hall 661-723-6077 and we'll give you a more precise update on if we are having the walks that day or not. Yeah, just a shout out to our movers and shakers, our parks department. Parks make life better, and just come out here, join us. It's a great way to move. It's a great way to promote health and socialize and meet new people. So thank you.
Attendees were thrilled to participate in the event, eager to connect with others and enjoy the beautiful surroundings. Participants like Leanne Carlisle and Terry Pollard, both regulars in the weekly walks at the preserve, praised the event for its welcoming atmosphere and the chance to connect with others. They encouraged fellow seniors to join the walks, emphasizing the importance of staying active and engaged in the community. Let's roll the tape.
I'm here because I started in February. I do the walk every Wednesday. And so I heard about this about a month ago, and I've been excited ever since to come.
Leanne invited me to come. I'm a senior, and I love doing stuff like this. I walk 5 miles a day. It's a lot of fun to come out here and find a new bunch of places to walk around and get acquainted with a lot of other seniors. It's wonderful.
The community and also the resources available, because we don't always know what those are. So we can come here and we can find out what they are.
Yeah, it's very informative. We're finding out a lot of good stuff that we didn't know about. So it's nice. It's really wonderful.
Yeah, come out here, keep moving. You've got to keep moving. Don't sit still, and they let you walk at your own pace. You don't have to keep up with anyone. Just come and do it.
And everyone here is very friendly. I'm finding that each of these booths, they're just wonderfully friendly. So if you're alone, come here. You'll find some friends. This is a great place.
Yeah, I appreciate the Lancaster Community Center and all that they're doing now.
That's it. I think it's a wonderful thing that Senior Center's doing. And Lancaster as a community looking out for seniors. We appreciate it.
With the support of the City of Lancaster and its community partners, National Senior Citizens Day was a resounding success, reinforcing the city's commitment to enhancing the quality of life for its seniors population. And don't worry if you didn't get a chance to make it out to this year's event, you can always take part in the weekly Senior Citizens Walks that take place every Wednesday morning at the Prime Desert Woodland Preserve from 9 to 12 p.m.
You know what, Joe? That was such a fun event to cover because we're highlighting a community that maybe gets overlooked a lot, and that's senior citizens. This event not only allowed them to go on a walk, get some physical activity, but also join a community, right? Talk to other senior citizens and get insight on some valuable resources.
Absolutely, and that's provided. Shout outs to the community development team. We're right next door to them. And shout outs to all the movers and shakers who went to the event. It was really great to see the seniors out there just, being active, walking, and just sharing their wisdom and joy.
Yeah, and not only being active, but having a sense of community, right? Because there was a lot of seniors meeting each other for the first time, saying like, oh, are you going to go walk next week, next Wednesday? And I thought that was really cool, right? It's creating some sort of community, and they also got they got exposed to a lot of really good resources that they might have not been aware about, so.
Yeah, come for the Prime Desert Woodland Preserve, but stay for the agua frescos. I think, was it Sweet Spoon Creamery was there?
Sweet
and they had
Spoon
some
Creamery.
agua frescos?
Oh yeah, those were refreshing, to say the least.
So glad you could join us today. When we come back from the break, today's episode will be concluding with a visit to Bravery Brewing, who won a bronze medal for their American Imperial Stout at the World Beer Cup competition, followed by Track Cellars, a winery that also serves their specially crafted beer on tap.
Congratulations on joining L28's Watch Till the End Club. Up next, a highlight of local breweries as L28 heads to Bravery Brewing Company to speak with brewmaster Brian Avery about their bronze award for the World Beer Cup competition. Afterwards, L28 heads to Track Cellars to speak with owner Reynaldo Ballestas, who provides viewers with a few tips and tricks on how to make the most of their visit. An exciting development for the local craft beer scene, Bravery Brewing of Lancaster has earned a prestigious bronze medal at the 2024 World Beer Cup for their standout American-style Imperial Stout, the Shroud. This year's competition, held in Las Vegas, Nevada, is considered the most competitive beer competition globally, with over 9,000 entries from over 2,000 breweries across 50 countries, often dubbed the Olympics of beer competitions. The event showcases the best of the best, and Bravery Brewing has now etched its name amongst the world's finest. This victory marks Bravery Brewing's first ever World Beer Cup medal, though the Shroud has garnered widespread acclaim over the years. With 14 medals from international, national, and state level competitions, this stout has solidified its place as one of the California's most awarded beers. Owner Brian Avery shared his excitement in a press release stating, "Another big win like this one reminds our whole team that we're on the right path." Avery emphasized the importance of strict style guidelines in the competition, underscoring the high quality and craftsmanship required to achieve such an honor. In an interview with L28 News, Brian Avery provided a deeper insight into what this win means for Bravery Brewing and discussed his personal connection to Imperial Stouts. He touched on his early passion for the style, explaining how it was these robust, flavorful beers that first drew him into the world of brewing. Avery also shared more about Bravery Brewing's journey, their wide range of offerings, and how the Shroud holds a special place in his heart. His reflections on the significance of the award and the brewery's future are must-watch highlights from the interview.
Yeah, so the World Beer Cup is commonly known as the Olympics of beer competitions. So hands down, it's the biggest competition that we've received a medal in. So that in its own, but something that's really special about that competition is that it's open to the entire world. So you have brewers from Germany, from England, from China and Australia entering into this. So you really know that not only does the beer stand up against other American brewers, but against brewers across the entire globe. I mean, we've been making this beer for over 11 years now. So we try to keep consistency, but we're always making little tweaks to it for the better. So I think just the love and care that beer has received for 11 plus years now, and it being a style that's so near to me, I think those factors came together, and this year we were given that award and that recognition. I mean, beer is as old as time. Even something like beer can have kind of fads and cycles to it. And so when I was in my early 20s really getting into craft beer, beers like big imperial stouts were kind of in fashion. So that was the thing that really kind of caught my interest and caught my intrigue. And there's just so much depth to them, a lot of nuance, a lot of rich flavors, and they're not for everyone, but when they're done well, it's hard to find a more interesting beer to drink, in my opinion. So we always have seasonal beers coming out. So getting into the fall, we have our pumpkin apple pie beer that's really popular. But there's a couple of events that we're really excited about. Here at Bravery, we're going to be hosting the Harvest Festival, and that's on September 14th. We invite all the local wineries and breweries to come out, and of course, the annual Field of Drafts. This one's going to be a little bit different this time because it's going to be at the fairgrounds as opposed to the Lancaster Municipal Stadium. And that's on November 2nd, and always a great time. So I'm sure tickets are available on the city's website, and then tickets are available for the Harvest Festival at Bravery at braverybrewing.com. shout out to the LA County Brewers Guild. We weren't the only brewery this year to bring hardware back from the World Beer Cup. A couple other local breweries. So just, keeping it local. And the next time you're thinking about trying a new craft beer, take a look at that roster of awesome LA County brewers.
For those eager to sample Bravery's award-winning beers, the tasting room located at 42705 8th Street West offers up to 30 brewed in-house beers on tap daily. Whether it's their celebrated imperial stouts or popular lighter brews like IPAs and Mexican lagers, there's something for everyone. Visit www.braverybrewing.com for more details.
Lancaster's latest hotspot, Track Cellars, is quickly capturing local hearts at the Lancaster Marketplace, offering a unique fusion of winery and brewery under one roof. This innovative establishment provides patrons the rare chance to enjoy both handcrafted wines and freshly brewed beers in one place. Founded by Renato Ballestas, Track Cellars has become a community favorite since its conception last year in December, standing out for its creativity, passion for craft beverages, and commitment to honoring service members through a special Buy a Beer program. Let's now head to Lancaster Marketplace to meet a reporter in the field, Jacobo Garrido, for the full story.
If you're a local resident here in the city of Lancaster and love beer, wine, and a good time, then you gotta come to the Lancaster Marketplace to check out one of the newest breweries, which is Track Cellars. This is Jacobo Garrido reporting for L28 News, and follow along with me as we check out everything that this new brewery has to offer. Lancaster's newest hotspot, Track Cellars, is quickly becoming a favorite destination for locals at the Lancaster Marketplace. What sets this establishment apart is its unique combination of both a winery and brewery under one roof, offering patrons the rare experience of enjoying both handcrafted wines and a diverse selection of beers all in the same place. Founded by Renato Ballestas, Track Cellars opened its doors in December of 2023 and has been embraced by the community ever since. Ballestas, who started making wine as a hobby, expanded his passion into a thriving business by combining his love for a relaxing refreshment into Track Cellars. He now offers both handcrafted wines and unique brews to the Lancaster community by crafting his own beer in-house, where his passion for creativity truly shines. He enjoys experimenting with small batches, constantly exploring new flavors and combinations, ensuring that every visit offers a unique and refreshing experience for patrons.
I started in wine as a hobby, but because we are small producers, we would like to offer all the product that we do with heart and love to the community. But because this is a small production, we will be able to survive, in a commercial establishment. So that's why I incorporated also the beer, which was also our hobby in the past. So I combine both activities, both hobby, both situations to be able to present that concept. So you can be able to have a glass of wine or beer in the same location.
In addition to serving the local community with great drinks, Track Cellars also honors service members through a special Buy a Beer program. As a veteran, Ballestas created this initiative to acknowledge the sacrifices of military members. Through this program, patrons can purchase a beer for an active service member, providing not just a beverage, but a meaningful acknowledgement of their commitment and service to the nation. The Buy a Beer program at Track Cellars truly goes beyond just offering a drink. It's a heartfelt gesture rooted in deep respect and gratitude for those who served.
We are a family of service members. Me, myself, I'm a veteran of my country, the Navy veteran of my country, and I'm honored to have a daughter, which is a U.S. Army veteran. So we know the sacrifice that we have to offer to our communities and countries, and we know that all the ups and downs that the service military members go through. So this is the small thing that we can do for them. At least is offer them a beer, so somebody can come and say, hey, I want to buy a beer to one of these active military members of these branches, so they're welcome to to come here and purchase one of those beer for them.
The venue is open every day except Mondays, with the most lively and fun times to visit being Thursday through Saturday when the weekend buzz starts to build. For those looking to experience the full range of offerings, Track Cellars provides tasting flights of both wine and beer, allowing guests to sample various creations. Locals can follow Track Cellars on Instagram and Facebook to stay updated on events and future offerings.
Whether you're into beer, wines, or just a good time, you gotta visit the Lancaster Marketplace to check out the newest brewery here in town, Track Cellars. This has been Jacobo Garrido reporting for L28 News. We're gonna throw it back to you guys there in the studio.
Thank you, Jacobo, for that great story, and thank you, Jacobo, for joining us here. You're actually at Track Cellars. How was it?
Yeah, I actually attended Track Cellars, myself and Angel from L28. We had a really good time. But something that stood out to me the most was the Buy a Beer program. So on the wall, there was different service members. So there was the fire department, police department, there was even like the Airforce, and people could pay it forward, right? Just as simple as buying someone a beer. But it really, it could really make somebody's day. If they go to Track Cellars and they're a veteran and they want to buy a beer, Renato, the owner, will actually say, hey, somebody's already bought you a beer. So it's a really cool setup that they have there.
Absolutely, that's really refreshing. I think also Bravery Brewing does the exact thing as well. You can also buy beer for a fellow first responder. So I think that's really great. But what really I'm taken back is the growing beer and wine scene here in the Antelope Valley. Well, I want to give a shout out to Brian Avery at Bravery Brewing Company, and shout out to Renato Ballestas at Track Cellars. You guys are doing your thing in the beer and wine scene. And thank you for tuning into the City of Lancaster's news. I'm Joseph Leo.
And I'm Jacobo Garrido, and this has been
L28 News.